I didn't want to come on here today. I'm not going to lie to you. I was going to wait out the election until the chaos simmered back down before I even have another post coming out, but I had to come on here. Spirit has been speaking, and I have a message for you, and I can no longer sure away from controversial topics simply because of my fears of being stoned, let's say, or, harassed away. I have to face this fear and I have to deliver this message to you today. I'm Candace with, of course, it's Miracles, of Course in Miracles. I'm not delivering any ads or any intros. I'm going to get straight to the point. This is incredibly important. It is for the ears who are ready to hear. If you feel like you are not in a space emotionally to process anything new, I get it. Step away, come back later if you'd like. But if you're ready to hear this message is for you. I have been getting prophetic dreams and visions about this election all year long. And frankly, I was annoyed. I'm not into politics. I stepped away. And I did not want the information that I received. But now the clarity is here, and I can see why it came through me as a vessel. I remember this rage and this anger and the haughtiness and the feeling superior on both sides of the table of the right and the left. When Trump came into office the first time, I remember this feeling of dread, of rage, of anger, of paranoia. I left clients who I thought were Trump supporters. I'm not proud to say that. I left friendships. I was through with these people on this earth. I remember that feeling of rage. Okay? Vice versa. When Biden became president, I remember that feeling of superiority, of we were right, of we got you. I remember that ego driven feeling of righteousness and success, in my terms, from the ego, of feeling like we had gotten the better of someone else. Okay. And that is why, having stepped away from these platforms, Spirit said that's why you're giving this message, because you know the feeling. So you have the space to hold the compassion while also being able to now remove my emotions from it and see the view and see the territory from another direction. And I've got to tell you, we're going to start with the visions and the dreams that I had, and then we're going to roll into the nitty gritty. All right. Now, first thing happened. I have the date of that one. It was May 28th, and it was a full on vision. And I was sitting outside meditating, and I saw a building, and it was the Trump Towers. I now know. And I came in from the top of the building, like I could see the needle, and like I don't even know if there's a needle. It was like, you know how it like graduates and becomes thinner at the top. And I dove into the building in my mind, and the way that I got the vision was like, it almost looked like a blueprint of a construction. Okay, like that is how it came in lines. All right, so I dove into the building, and I'm going through floors, and so I can see the interior of the space. And then I land in the basement, and they are wheeling a man on a stretcher. I can't see the man. At the time, I didn't know who this was or what this was. I figured it was someone important, but I didn't really put two and two together. And there were men that I now know were probably Secret Service on either side of the stretcher, wheeling this individual down a hallway. And then I popped out of this vision. And simultaneously, the next vision came in, kind of like the image blurred, and the next vision that came in were dragons surrounding my property and landing on my property. I could feel the weight of their landing, like the ground shook. And they were telling me they were bringing in a layer of protection for what was coming. Okay. A month later was the first assassination attempt. All right. Now, I only pulled this together when I was listening to something on synchronicity the other day, and I was writing the podcast, Alexis Brooks, I was writing to her, and I went to look up the date of the attempt, and he was in Pennsylvania back at that space on that date. And I thought, whoa, synchronicity. Okay. So that's when that came to me. The next was a dream. I was in my house and I got a package in the mail, and I had ordered a new tarot deck. And so I was very excited. I was taking the wrapping paper off, and I opened it up. And then I was immediately disappointed because the paper was like thin and ratty. It wasn't structured and hard, right? Like a nice tarot deck. And the images were poorly drawn. Okay. And I'm thinking, what is this crap that I've ordered, right? There were a few images that I went through, and then I got to this image of this man, and I'm like, well, what is this? It was like a drawing from the side, okay? Like someone sketched it sloppily. And then I pulled another one, and it was clearly Trump. And then I put two and two together in the dream that first image of the sketch was also Trump. And this one was a better side sketch of him, almost like a New Yorker cartoon. It was in color though. There was a red background behind them with like a gold stripe down the back, and it was his side profile. And then I immediately knew in this dream that meant that was like first term, second term. Okay. After this portion of the dream, I'm still pulling things out of this tarot box. Okay. The next thing I got was like a pamphlet, a leaflet. It was like long. So like one, you know how you get the magazine things where you have to unfold it. And it was an image of man's evolution. And the first image was like man came from water. It was like a figure of a human with water shapes. And it was showing us evolving over time. And I tried to read the information, but it was in a language or characters I've never understood. They look like ancient alien script. That's the only way I can put it. I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? So the next thing I pulled was another long poster like shape that I had to unfold. And it was a whole bunch of individuals in a room doing yoga. It was an outside, but like area, but a yoga class. And people are doing yoga like they don't have gravity. Okay. They're doing some wild ass moves, like back bends where their knees are bent and they're like this. And I see Jesus in the yoga room, and he's on the wall with his feet on the wall, like just like this with his feet against the wall, and he just chilling. All right. And what the hell was that? All right. In the dream, still, my husband comes into the room, and you got another package. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know what I remember thinking the package was. And I'm going to quickly sketch this out so that I have notes here on the back of a envelope, but I'm going to sketch this out for you. Sloppily. Okay. It's going to be a very sloppy sketch. But it looked like this, like a stained, let me get this on camera, glass window image. Okay. And that was the Pope. And you could see like in the background where the X is here, that was like the stained glass image of like a church with light coming in. And then there was the Pope there, and it was actually a side angle of the Pope. Okay. And my husband had it open for me, like angled. And if you're on the podcast listening to this, it was a stained glass image with the Pope in front of it. I can't explain it better than that. I went to pick up the image. I'm like, why would I order this? And it was a puzzle, and it crumbled in my hands. Okay. And then I woke up. That was the next one. That's when I realized, okay, Trump's going to be president. Now, I'm out of politics. Politricks is what I call it. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But that is when I knew. And I started trying to warn my friend groups in a way that wasn't them thinking that I was crazy, to emotionally prepare themselves for this, because I knew where they were going politically. All right. To no avail. Last night, I had the final vision, which prompted me to come here today. I'm at a spiritual retreat in northern Michigan. It's beautiful. There's art installations, there are great shops. There's a lot of personal stuff happening where I feel like, this feeling of loneliness as a light worker has really been something that I've been trying to navigate and finding my people, right? Which is what I talk about in astrology. And this felt very much like that space. And I was going through some forgiveness in this dream. But towards the end of the dream, I'm in this beautiful alley. It's like set up like a village where there's shops on either side. And I'm talking to this guy about a vision that I've had, and he's making a drawing for me, showing me these light codes that happened in an interaction I'd had in a dream. And all of a sudden, it went from like people strolling down the street leisurely on this beautiful day to traffic of people just coming and coming and coming. And they start bumping into me. Okay. And I look at the guy I'm talking to, and no joke, his eyes and his pupils go black. And it's almost like his under eyelids are in like a V shape, like they become saggy. And it immediately comes to me, darkness has entered the space. Okay. And I yell out to the crowd of light workers, darkness has entered the space, raise your light. People start cheering, people start like raising their light. It goes back to being serene again. The crowd leaves. Okay. I then run into somebody else in the dream, and I'm talking to them. And behind me, it's now dark outside. And I look over, and it's not really the FBI or the CIA, but that's what it looks like. These groups of individuals have now infiltrated the party, infiltrated the event. And I look, and they have those same dark pupils, and they have this sinister look on their face. And I'm talking to a guy that I thought I knew, and he was being super rude to me and acting like I did not know him. And his eyes turned black. And then I woke up. And the moment I woke up, spirit came through with the message. Chaos energy has stolen away in the hearts and the minds of the people who feel rage and grief and haughtiness and superiority to be delivered onto earth. Everything is energy. They can travel through negative energy. And this election was designed by them, like all elections are, I'm going to get to that, to manipulate our emotions, creating a portal for more dark energy to come to earth. I got pre-planned, on purpose, manipulation of energy was the plan all along. They were trying to get you so riled up that you, like luggage, they traveled through this dark portal to land on Earth. The valve, this is what I heard, the valve has opened even more. Okay. Then it all started rolling into me. The initial vision that I saw of Trump being the assassination attempt, where I got timeline shift happened. He might not have survived in another timeline. Okay. Was to rile up his base to get their emotions high for a level of delivery. Okay. Then I got the manipulation of Biden saying he was only running 4 years, waiting to the last minute to step down, media coup, that's what it was, dangling a carrot to the Black community in the form of a Black person, a Black woman, giving us this hope of this Black woman becoming president with only giving her 3 months to prepare, okay? Making it incredibly hard for her to actually achieve that mission, okay? Um, Making her a puppet from the Dems, with she couldn't even develop a platform, let alone to deliver one to the people, okay? Making it incredibly hard for that situation to come to pass in a way that would inspire and motivate people to want to vote in that direction, regardless of your choice. That is what I'm saying, okay? On purpose, to manipulate your emotions, to get you fired up, to get you confused, to give you this level of hope where if they really wanted, this is what I'm getting, the Democrats, if they really wanted to run a Black woman for president, they would have given her 4 years to prepare, to come in like Obama did and wow the people, okay? If they really wanted a Black woman for president, they would have given her the time, the respect, and the place to prepare for it. They wouldn't have thrust her out at the last minute. That was a disrespect to her, regardless of how you feel about her. That was disrespectful to her. And then I saw this scale of weight where there's an extreme right and then there's extreme left, and a ping pong ball. 4 years Trump will get the left really upset. They'll feel disempowered. 4 years Biden will get the right really upset. They'll feel disempowered. More rage, more chaos. 4 years Trump will get the left really upset. They'll feel disempowered. Next year, 4 more years. Don't feel like such a long time, 4 years, does it? Doesn't feel like a long time at all when you feel this energy and do you want to keep this for 4 years? Do you want to feel this way again? 4 years later, we're going to have the same emotional energy. It's a loop until we make a better decision of manipulation energy, bouncing back and forth to both sides to stir up your emotions to deliver chaos to earth. What is required of you, of me, of all of us, is to literally remove yourself from the entanglement of the chaos. Your emotions do not belong there. You are too divine to allow another person to manipulate you to feel a certain way by utilizing triggering ideas that stir up the traumas inherent within us to use against us. If you are a Black woman, they are utilizing this energy, this trauma inherent in our hearts of not feeling valuable, of not feeling worthy against us. Okay? And I have got to tell you here, you chose this body. You chose this time. And you chose it because it is such a powerful fucking position. Do you understand your power? You came in with creation energy, with the melanin that holds the higher resonance. This is not a race thing. This is just the science behind the melanin, y'all. The melanocytes hold more energy from source. You came in with two powerful positions. You don't need a president to be that powerful, but you came in with the damn power. All right? If you are feeling disempowered, that is an inherent trauma from the history of trying to undermine your power. Do not let it in. Find your source of power. Okay? I'm being real here with you, girl. I'm being real here with you. You're too powerful for this. Your emotions are currency. They keep you distracted. They fuck up your immune system. They make you feel disempowered so that you can't make the proper choices for yourself. They misalign you from your goal and your mission and your vision and your absolute divineness. Only you are responsible for those emotions. You hold them and you treasure them so inherently close and dear to you. Do not allow another to come in and to fiddle you and play you. All right? Find your power place. It's the time. This isn't going away. It's about to get more chaotic. Educate yourself on the actual system at play so that you can see that the best place for you to stand is outside of the box. All right? The Electoral College picks the president. We don't pick the president. We are not in a democracy. We're in a republic. We don't pick the president, y'all. Okay? I want you to Google this. Electoral College has been around before the president was around. Electoral College has been around since they were trying to make us 3/5 of a person, Black people. Okay? If the electoral members want to take the suggestions of the popular vote, they can. If they do not want to take the suggestions of the popular vote, they don't have to. It's up to them. If by chance there is something awry, if they come to some sort of standstill, even though the number is odd, they can't really, right? Congress chooses the president. You choose state, local government. You don't choose the president. It was never in your hands. So they did not take anything away from you. They never gave you the power on purpose. I was going to put all the facts and everything on the screen for you. I'm not doing that. It is your time to do the research. Look at how many presidents have won the popular vote and lost the election. That's because of the Electoral College, all right? I'm not saying that's what happened now. I'm just telling you, they rile us up. They spend years using the media and the news to emotionally manipulate you. Okay? Utilizing triggering ideas that they know we are frankly divided on because they know it will rile you up. You already notice ain't nobody ran under trying to get rid of homelessness, clean water, clean up the water, getting rid of the pollution, trying to actually help the world. You think your presidents are making a difference? How many people were homeless under Clinton? How many people were homeless under Bush? How many people were homeless under Obama? How many people were homeless under Trump? Them numbers ain't changing, baby. They ain't changing the world like you think that they are. It's an illusion. Poly tricks. It's an illusion, guys. And when we put our emotions there, we give them so much currency. They were never designed to care about you. It don't matter if you're Black. It don't matter if you're white. It don't matter if you're man. It don't matter if you're woman. It don't matter if you're gay. It was never the system that was designed to take care of the people. They like cold, hard cash. Unless you green, they really not considering you. And no one is coming to save us. It is your job to save yourself. You save yourself, you save the world. As many of us come up with the energy necessary, we change the resonance of the planet. And that is where we're supposed to be. This literal energy in the last 3 days has been so dark. We are bringing the resonance of the whole field down. Over a president in the United States, the whole world's resonance is dropping. That is what they want. Okay? I need you to take a minute to remove your emotions from this idea. And they're like, well, you ain't moving your emotions. I'm trying to get a message across and I need y'all to hear me. So I'm getting real loud here because I need you to hear me. Okay? I get it. I know that you're pissed. I know why you're pissed. I know how it feels to be pissed. It's a shitty feeling, isn't it? Now they've equipped you to feel this way through the media, through Instagram, through TikTok, where your emotions have been on such a roller coaster. All right, you've gone from happiness to anxiety to sadness to anger to grief to joy to giggles to happiness to anxiety to anger to grief, so that when things like this happen, you spike. They've been preparing you to have an emotional reaction. And when you leave it, you're going to feel such a sense of peace. It ain't necessary for your being. It is unhealthy for your being. It is not good for you to feel this way. Okay? It's not good for you to feel this way. And there's this level. I don't want to shame anyone. I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you, because I know this feeling. And when I realized what the media was doing, what the real plan was, that the people who are in charge, you ain't never gonna see their faces. They're not running for president. They already there, baby. They don't need 4 years. They had a lifetime to do this. Okay. They are running the whole show. I was so pissed to feel like I had allowed this energy to cause discourse in my life. Okay. And it's not your fault. It was a design. Fear is the best tool for the powers that be to keep control. That means they're very creative. It ain't your fault. This has got nothing to do with that. But I need you to recognize for just a moment the privilege that you have. I don't even ride with this country like that, and I recognize the privileges here. All right? The privilege that you have to be mad that they didn't pick your opponent or your person. Okay? There are people who have to eat and cook with and drink from the same water they took a shit in this world. There are people who have nothing to eat, who starve to death. There are people dying, being bombed all over the world, baby, not just in one place, all over the world. Okay. There is slavery all over the world on these cell phones. People are using their hands to pick the cobalt out of the ground. Okay. For us to have cell phones, to get on, to cry about the person that we picked for president or someone else picked for president. Okay. That's how much privilege we have. We don't even see that if you're wearing fast fashion right now, someone was paid 10 cents on the dollar to make that item for you. Okay? There is so much more turmoil. I'm not trying to get you to go there either, but I need you to know if you're sitting in a house, scrolling through your phone, feeling safe with some food in your fridge that has electricity, you're doing okay. If you've got the body, you've got a whole soul behind it that's so powerful, so divine. And we have these contrasting ideas of these people in the world and views of these people in the world, of these divine humans who came here almost in sacrifice to show you how blessed you are at some level. I know that sounds crazy, but I need you to hear me. Okay? There is so much more going on than you even know. And your job is to hold the light. Light worker, it is your job to hold the light so that we can get out of this chaos. Now, I don't know about you, but 8 years ago, all the fears that I had, none of them came to pass. They were all in my mind and my perception. We create our own realities. What we think we create. You go around feeling scared, you're gonna have to face the fear, because the fear is gonna face you because you called that energy in. Okay? You go around feeling rage, it's gonna show up in every area of your life. It's not just gonna stay to this one section, baby. You want to spread. We create the reality. Everything you see out in the world, everything you read and witness out in the world, that is a shared resonance with something you feel inside of yourself. It is your responsibility to clear out those false beliefs that are keeping you from embodying your inherent power that you came here to evolve into. And we are in a spiritual war, and you better find the light. You have to find the light. If you are just waking up and you don't know what to do yet, and you are kind of still fishing through this chaos mess that is even spirituality, chaos mess. There's all kind of shit out there, right? Sign up for my website. The link is in the description. I have a course coming. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I have to talk about this. This is why I came to serve, okay? It tells you what energy is. It goes over the auras and the chakras. It walks you through a dark night of the soul. It teaches you how to look up your natal chart, your gene keys, and your human design so that you know what your mission is, what your divine timing is, and how to transgress those shadows to evolve. It has 15, I think now, exercises that you can do on a daily basis. You just pick a couple and you go through them. It teaches you about boundaries. It teaches you about resonance. It's time for you to learn all of these steps. It's launching soon. You can subscribe to my website to know when it launches if you'd like. If you don't want to do that, read some books, okay? Look for Joe Dispenza. Check out Billy Carson to learn more about the Electoral College. Go to Abraham Hicks every morning if you just need some motivation to get in the zone. My course will teach you how to get in the zone. It's going to teach you to find ways that you can meditate that works for you. It's got aura exercises. It's got all of that. But if you're not ready for that, find some way to find a spiritual practice that you can do every single day so that you feel an elevated sense of energy, so that you are walking in a world that has light. Because there are two worlds, baby. There's the world of chaos and that there's a world of light. And your perspective and your mind, this radio signal you have up here, it's either tuning into this frequency or it's tuning into this frequency. The time is now. If you are a light worker, I've been told it is time for us to be vigilant. We got to keep with our exercises. We've got to eat healthier. We've got to get out into the sun. We've got to meditate every day because there's going to be a mass amount of awakenings. And when people need help, it is our job to guide them. Okay? That is the whole message that I have for you today. I'm sending you this with so much love and light. I need, when I look on the internet and I see this rage, it just saddens me. Because baby, I know how it feels. It don't feel good. And you deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel safe in your body. You deserve to feel joy in your body. You deserve so much joy that the storm could be surrounding you and you are stoic. That's how loved you are. And I want you there, okay? I want you there. I love you. I don't even know you, and I know that I love you. I got about 7 people on YouTube watching this, but I have a podcast that has got some excellent listeners coming in. I thank you for subscribing. I know I have been setting myself up to serve. I hope you are setting yourself up to serve. We can serve together. Let us hold the light. Have a good, do what you can to have a good, the sun is shining. Let it in. Just let it in. Ask to release the emotions that don't serve you. Most of them don't belong to you, empaths. You're feeling the resonance of the field. Ask for the energy of your higher self to come in and guide you. Okay? Ask for source to speak to you if you feel dismayed and grief and anger and shock. Ask for the higher message. I'm going to tell you, it's going to alchemize the shit out of some energy and it's going to accelerate your evolution. That's what happened to me. All right? Even anger is trying to be used as a catalyst to get you there. May all your grievances turn into miracles. All of them. Find the peace.